The Chinese Shar is one of the newest breeds admitted to the AKC Stud Book. Unique among purebred dogs, both in appearance and conformation, the Chinese Shar has attracted a growing number of admirers since entering American show rings. The lineage of the Chinese Shar is an ancient one, stretching back to as early as 200 BC in southern China, where statues from the Han Dynasty strongly resembling today's dog have been found. In more modern times, breeders fleeing the communist regime in China continued their lines in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Chinese Shar first arrived in the United States in 1966. In 1988, were admitted to the miscellaneous class, and in 1992, became part of the non-sporting group. You'll be seeing many Chinese Shar during this presentation. Some are outstanding examples of the breed. Others are less so. But all will help your understanding of the breed. In general appearance, the Chinese Shar is an alert, dignified, active, compactly built dog of medium size and substance. He is square in profile and close-coupled. His head is slightly, but not overly, large in relation to his body. Unique characteristics include the short, harsh coat, loose skin covering head and body, small ears, the hippopotamus-shaped muzzle, and a high-set tail. The dog's movement is free and balanced. Wrinkles covering head, neck, and body are superabundant in puppies, but may be limited to the head, neck, and withers in mature dogs. The preferred height for both dogs and bitches is 18 to 20 inches at the withers. The preferred weight is 40 to 55 pounds. Although dogs may be larger and more square-bodied than bitches, both sexes should appear balanced and well-proportioned. The height at the withers is approximately equal to the length, from point of breastbone to point of rump. Let's begin our detailed examination of the Chinese Shar with its head. Slightly, but not overly large in relation to the body, it is proudly carried and covered with profuse wrinkles on the forehead which continue into side wrinkles, framing the face. The skull is flat and broad, and the stop is moderately defined. The unique hippopotamus-shaped muzzle is broad and full, with no suggestion of snipiness. The length of the muzzle, from nose to stop, is approximately the same as from stop to occiput. The lips and the top of the muzzle are well padded, which may cause a slight bulge at the base of the nose. From the front, the breadth of the skull, the wrinkling of the forehead and sides of the face, and the broad, full muzzle are readily apparent. What about this dog's head? It lacks length and fullness of muzzle, and there is more stop than desired. This dog's head exhibits the correct, full, well-padded muzzle at a moderate stop. The nose is large, wide, and darkly pigmented. It is preferably black, but any color which conforms to the general coat color is acceptable. In dilute colors, the preferred nose is self-colored, while in a darkly pigmented cream Shar-Pei, the nose may have some light pigment either in the center of the nose or on the entire nose. The Shar-Pei has a solid bluish-black tongue, which is preferred in all coat colors, except in dilute colors where the tongue is solid lavender. Note that a spotted tongue is a major fault. A pink tongue is a disqualification. A good rule of thumb is that if black appears anywhere on the dog, expect to find a blue-black tongue. If there is a total absence of black, including pigmentation, the dog is a dilute and will have a lighter colored tongue. The inside of the mouth needs to be examined carefully as tongue colors may become lighter due to heat stress. In such conditions, the dilute pigmentation may appear to be pink, when in reality it is just a lighter lavender which is acceptable under the standard. Teeth should be strong and meet in a scissors bite. Any deviation from a scissors bite is a major fault. Eyes are dark, small, almond-shaped, and sunken. The color may be lighter in dilute-colored dogs. The structure and placement of the eyes, combined with a wrinkled forehead, give the Shar-Pei a typically scowling expression. It is advisable to approach a dog from the front, as the facial wrinkling can sometimes limit peripheral vision. Hands should be placed under the head, rather than on top, so the dog is fully aware of your presence. View the expression in a natural state. Manipulating the eyes or prying open the bite should be avoided. The distinctive ears are extremely small, rather thick, and are shaped like equilateral triangles. They're slightly rounded at the tips, and the edges may be curled. They lie flat against the head, and are set wide apart and forward on the skull, pointing toward the eyes. Despite their size, shape, and placement, the ears have the ability to move. Prick ears are a disqualification. These ears are larger than desired. These flyaway ears are incorrect. They do not lie flat against the head and do not point toward the eyes. Here again is a good example of a Chinese Shar-Pei head, with its broad and full muzzle, wrinkled forehead, and correct eyes and ears, which add to the typical expression. Now let's consider the neck and body of the Shar-Pei. The neck is medium in length, full, and set well into the shoulders. There are moderate to heavy folds of loose skin and abundant dewlap about the neck and throat. The shoulders are muscular, well laid back, and sloping. And the chest is broad and deep, extending to the elbow and rising slightly under the loin. Forelegs are straight, and pasterns strong and flexible. Seen from the front, the chest is broad and the forelegs moderately spaced and straight. The elbows are held close to the body. The bone of the forelegs is substantial but never heavy and is of moderate length. The feet are moderate in size, compact, and firmly set, not splayed. Removal of dew claws on the front feet is optional. The body is characterized by a top line which dips slightly behind the withers and rises slightly over the loin, which is short and broad. The back is short and close coupled. The croup is flat, with the base of the tail set extremely high, clearly exposing an up-tilted anus. The distinctive tail is thick and round at the base and tapers to a fine point. It curls over the back or to either side. The absence of a complete tail is a disqualification. This dog's top line is incorrect. It is flat, and the tail set is low. This dog's top line is correct. There is a slight dip behind the withers with a slight rise over the loin, and the tail set is high. Hindquarters are muscular, strong, and moderately angulated. Hocks are short and perpendicular to the ground when standing. Seen from the rear, the hocks should be parallel, turning neither in nor out. The powerful muscling of the hindquarters should be evident. Rear feet, like the front feet, are moderate in size, compact, and firmly set. Dew claws must be removed. The coat, another unique trait of the Chinese Shar, is extremely harsh, absolutely straight, and off-standing on the main trunk of the body, somewhat flatter on the limbs. It should appear healthy without being shiny or lustrous. Coat lengths vary somewhat, from the extremely short horse coat up to the longer brush coat. One coat should not be preferred over the other. In no case, however, should the coat exceed 1 inch at the withers. The brush coat, despite its length, must have a harsh texture. A soft coat, a wavy coat, a coat in excess of 1 inch in length at the withers, or a coat that has been trimmed is a major fault. Remember that Shar should always be shown in their natural state. As for color, only solid coat colors are acceptable. No one color is to be preferred over another. Although a solid colored dog may have shadings, primarily darker down the back and on the ears, the shadings must be variations of the same overall body color. Darker sabled hairs appearing uniformly throughout the entire coat, including the legs, are also permissible. This acceptable chocolate color is one of the solid colors sometimes seen. The following colors are disqualifying. Albino, which is a total absence of color and pigment. Brindle, party-colored, spotted, and tan-pointed. The gait of the Chinese Shar is free and balanced, with good reach in front and drive from behind. It should be smooth and unrestricted. Coming toward you, the front legs should be carried straight forward, not thrown out to the side. The legs will tend to converge toward a center line at a more vigorous trot. Going away, the hind legs should follow a straight line behind the forelegs. Again, with convergence toward a center line of travel at faster speeds. Here is sound movement, free and smooth. Proper movement is an essential part of evaluating the Shar-Pei. Dogs should be shown at a trot on a loose lead. Let's review the disqualifications specified in the standard. They are pricked ears, a solid pink tongue, absence of a complete tail, and any coat color which is not solid. Finally, a word about temperament. The Shar-Pei should have a calm, confident stature and appear regal, alert, intelligent, and dignified in bearing. The distinctive expression produced by the features of the head can make him seem lordly, scowling, even snobbish. He is essentially independent and somewhat standoffish with strangers, but is unquestioning in his devotion to home and family. All these traits combine to make the Chinese Shar-Pei a striking, unique addition to America's purebred fancy.